like to call upon your valedictorian to give her address, and you've guessed it, it's none other than this year's Concordia winner, Miss Katerina Korola. Katerina?
Chancellor Menard, Chairman Herbert, President and Vice Chancellor Shepard, Dr. Pontbriand, distinguished guests and participants. Thank you. Fellow students, families, and friends, I'm honored to address you today on behalf of this year's graduating fine arts students. Honoré et quelque peu intimidé. Là, devant moi, il y a plusieurs personnes que j'admire et avec qui je suis fière d'avoir partagé ces dernières années. Par contre, il y en a aussi plusieurs parmi vous que je ne connais pas, ainsi que plusieurs personnes que j'aimerais mieux connaître. En écrivant ces mots, j'étais assise, perplexe, devant une feuille blanche, me demandant comment il était possible de s'intéresser, de féliciter et, plus important encore, de parler au nom d'une telle variété d'individus. Standing here tonight are future artists, teachers, curators, and academics, all of whom came to Concordia from different places, bringing with them different experiences, aspirations, and ways of knowing, thinking, seeing, and making. We are an eclectic group, to say the least, and looking back, I am convinced that it is in large part this eclecticism that has allowed the past few years to become such a rich and rewarding journey, one in which we've learned not only from faculty, but also from one another, across disciplinary boundaries, and across those that traditionally separate the classroom, studio, gallery, and larger community. Each of our journeys to this moment have been unique, but we nonetheless share in common this moment, marking the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Que nous prenions la route des études supérieures ou celle du marché du travail, que nous nous préparions à voyager ou simplement à prendre du temps bien mérité pour recharger et repenser à tout ça, ce soir, nous laissons derrière nous une communauté qui est nous devenue familière précisément parce qu'elle a aidé à former qui nous sommes devenus. Whether we want to or not, we are leaving behind this world to take a step into uncertainty, and that's how it should be. As one of my favorite authors reminds us, all growth is a leap in the dark, a spontaneous, unpremeditated act without the benefit of experience, and imagination is the voice of daring. Standing here today, these words acquire a particular potency, not least because they remind me of my decision to study the arts in the first place. It seems to me that in having chosen to pursue a fine arts education, all of us have already made such a leap into uncertainty. For my part, this leap has been well rewarded, not because I learned how to write, just as I'm sure most of you did not learn how to make art, but because I encountered an environment that encourages leaps of all kinds. Dans nos cours, l'établi n'a jamais été consacré. On nous a encouragés à poursuivre notre propre question et aussi, dans plusieurs cas, explorer des formes alternatives de réponse, from research papers to research creation, from curating exhibitions to mounting interventions in public space. I'd like here to expressly thank all the professors for their flexibility and openness in this respect. Outside of the classroom, on the other hand, the same applied. The past few years have been something of a roller coaster at all levels of politics, from student government to the provincial and federal levels. From the tuition hikes through the Charter of Values to the more local threat to Concordia's fee levy groups, it feels like we've been dodging bullets. Néanmoins, à cause de notre engagement et solidarité, nous avons réussi à défendre notre conviction à chaque fois. And although these issues still hover near, if not on the table, I'd like to take this moment to expressly congratulate all of those who have had the courage not only to defend our rights and convictions, but also to affirm and work towards alternative solutions. From the province-wide essay to the smaller but no less important initiatives like the Concordia Food Coalition. As much as any artistic creation, these initiatives are imaginative, and it is through such imaginative explorations of the uncertainty commonly called impossible that new forms of possibility come to emerge. For my part, I can think of nothing that I have gained at Concordia more valuable than the confidence to think, affirm, and act imaginatively. For this, I have to thank not only the faculty members with whom I studied, although I do thank you as well, but also the community of students around me, some of whom are standing here tonight, some of whom have already stood here, and others who Concordia is lucky to keep for still another year. As a pessimist whose tendency veers towards apathy, nothing has been more inspirational than sharing this time with such a vibrant, sincere, and engaged community. Thank you to each and every one of you for making our Faculty of Fine Arts such a wonderful place to study and grow. Tonight, as we go forth from this community and begin to make our way towards new experiences, challenges, and destinations, we are called upon again to make another leap. In a climate of increasing austerity, both in education and the arts, the uncertainty before us seems even more uncertain. But what has our fine arts education taught us, if not to face this uncertainty as possibility? Not to fear uncertainty, but to thrive on it. None of us have any guarantees going forward. We will have to rely on our talent, passion, and perseverance to make our way in the world. But, as Anais Nin writes, life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Although idealistic, Concordia, not the institution so much as the community we have built here, has given me confidence in this dictum. Regardless of where our paths take us, so long as we remember to face the uncertain courageously, that is to say, imaginatively, I am confident that we will continue to build on the accomplishments that we are celebrating here today. After all, what is imagination if not a form of courage? Sur cette note, j'aimerais terminer en nous félicitant à nouveau pour les réalisations qui nous ont menés ici ce soir. Ça n'a pas été toujours facile, mais nous y voilà. Félicitations. Meilleurs souhaits à chacune d'entre vous dans vos cheminements personnels et professionnels. J'ai hâte de voir où ils nous mèneront. Merci, félicitations, and thank you.
Well, Katerina, thank you. First of all, congratulations on receiving the Concordia Medal. Certainly extremely well deserved. You know, you speak of the imagination and daring and dealing with uncertainty, lunging in it, and exploring in it. That is basically what life's all about, and has you leap into citizenship in its new dimensions, because you're already citizens, God knows, but as you leap in this broader dimensions, you're made stronger by the fact that you're grounded already in a community, as your valedictorian said so aptly. The community of Concordia, folks coming from over 150 countries, that sense of diversity, that resourcefulness is what makes you strong. And on your behalf, I'd like to thank your valedictorian for helping you remember that. You know, she talks about the art of the possible, which in a sense starts from the heart, starts from the mind, and starts from the intuition. And that's where creativity, as you know, originates. And all of you have that in you. God knows this, that the training you've received here at Concordia prepares you well for that and for full citizenship. So on your behalf, thank you very much for your valedictorian for a very inspiring talk. Merci.